Just like that, guys, we are live again. Oh man, you guys know me. I'm Tom Owens here in Visalia, California, and man, there's been a lot of action going on right here in the Central Valley. We've been having a lot of good fight shows going on. One of the main ones going on is the 559 fights with promoter Jeremy Luchow. And tonight, I got a special guest. He's fighting this Saturday, November 19th. He's fighting for the 559 fights welterweight title, guys. This is my friend right here from Humboldt County, Dupree Stewart. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule, man. This is fight week. I try to hit you guys up before we get too close to the fight. But man, this is fight week. Dupree, you got a record of 4-0, and the guy you're fighting, Shane Christie, has a record of 5-0. Guys, this fight is going to be fireworks. I can see it already. I can't wait. I'm really excited. Now, Dupree, what's it like, man? It's fight week. It's Tuesday. The fight is Saturday night. How you feeling?
Oh man, I'm excited. Nothing else. I mean, of course, you get the nerves every now and then, but the excitement is on fight week. I mean, that's the buildup. Like, this is what I've been training for this whole time, the whole fight camp. This is what I'm been killing myself for. And I'm finally here at fight week. There's only a couple days left. I mean, what else can I be but ecstatic?
Oh man, dude, I'm excited for you, man. Dupree, how old are you, brother?
I'm 24. I just turned 24 in September.
Oh man, you're a young buck, not even in your prime yet.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Now, watching your fights, man, I was watching one of your fights earlier, and I saw one of the most beautiful double leg takedowns. As far as martial arts go, Dupree, what was the first style that you got into? Was it wrestling?
Actually, no. I got into jiu-jitsu pretty early on. Junior high, 7th grade is when I first got introduced to it. My dad was training at this gym, One World, and they had jiu-jitsu there, and he was doing a little CrossFit on the side. That's big old dude. So I was like, okay, it seemed cool, seemed fun. So I just started getting into it. I didn't really get too serious into it right away. I took like a year or two to like really like develop myself. And then I competed at AKA. I don't remember the year, but that was the first time I ever competed. I won. I think I only had 2 or 3 matches, so it was this small little event. But that's when I found my interest for competition in that way. And then I jumped into wrestling at high school. So that's when I really got into it.
Oh, that's cool, man. I'll tell you what, man, when you tell me about your dad like that, it's really something else. A lot of guys out there that I know and kids that I grew up with and myself, our fathers didn't stick around. And I didn't have a dad right there, training martial arts and showing me the right way to go. That's freaking awesome, dude, that your dad, you know what I mean? Now, you're up there in Humboldt County, and that's where you're training at. What town do you live in up there?
Arcata, right by the school. I actually went to Humboldt State, and I graduated last fall, actually, with my kinesiology major and focus on physical education. And now I'm working as a aide for adapted class. So basically students with special needs around 8 to 10 years old and moderate to severe students. So that's where I hope to, build my school career. Yeah.
That's freaking awesome, dude. Man, I lived up there in Arcata. I went to school up there as well. My sister, she got her degree for teaching over there at Humboldt State University. So I was living with her right there in Arcata. I wasn't at that high of a level in school yet, so I went to school in Eureka at College of the Redwoods.
Yeah.
But man, I spent a lot of my youth right there when I was about your age, right there in Arcata. And man, I miss Humboldt so bad. Arcata is so beautiful. I was telling your buddy, you're friends with Gabriel Smith. I had him on the show about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Cool ass dude right there, man. You guys got that Humboldt vibe, man. You guys got a real respectful vibe. But man, I miss Arcata so much. I remember right there in Arcata, I was like 15 minutes away from the beach, and then I'll be like 15 minutes the other way, away from like beautiful redwood trees. So, oh man, that's cool, man. It's awesome that you're over there. Now, talk a little bit about your school that's right there, because I got people that are hitting me up. When I was up there, there was very few places to train. A little bit of jujitsu, but there wasn't any type of an MMA school. There were traditional arts, of course, but
Mhm.
MMA has grown so much now. What school are you at, and who are your coaches?
So I'm at Institute of Combat, as you know, with Gabriel Smith, the double champ right now. Got 2 belts under him, and actually, I got into their gym during COVID. I got asked to train with them and fell in love with the gym. Been there for about, I think it's been 2 going on 3 years now. Um, and I got John Thompson as my coach, and we also got 2 pros on our team. We got Cass Bell and Tyson Miller. So, and then actually Cass Bell has a fight coming up, I think February. So, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
man,
pretty active.
Castro, that's another cool ass dude. I've interviewed him. I like that guy a lot. He has a big fight coming up.
Yep. Yeah, so we're always active. We're always active. And I think actually Tyson Miller just got an opponent for a fight soon. So, I mean, we're always on the go here.
Man, so you guys, I know your school, you guys have a lot of MMA fighters, but I was even asking Gabriel, do you guys have like a straight jujitsu program or different programs if a guy just wants to come in for self defense?
Yeah, we do. So, usually we have well, now we changed it up, but Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays are jiu-jitsu classes, no gi, and then we have gi at the end of classes for Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, I believe. Um, and for Tuesdays, Thursdays, we have kickboxing, and Saturday we have kickboxing classes. And those are pretty much ran from mornings and nights, and there's a break in between the day. But we had a full class today for our kickboxing class. We had to use we have huge mats. We had to use both our mats. And then at the end of the day, we got people sparring on the other side of the mat. We got people doing jujitsu. So, I mean, there's people always active at our gym, always working, always hustling. And we got a big old group chat on Instagram where we're always talking about new competitions coming out for jiu-jitsu, always letting our boys know who's coming out for a fight and stuff. So we're very I'd say very close, and like it's like a built in like a family there.
It sounds like it, man. That's awesome. Now you guys are making your way all the way down here to the Central Valley to the 559 fights. What brought this about? Is there not a lot of shows going on up there? Or did you hear about this 559 show? How did this come about for you?
I actually heard this fight through heard about 559 through Gabriel Smith, obviously fighting over for them. But we have some fights around here. We don't usually go to the ones over here. It's more like casino fights, and we like to really get the competition. The casino fights, there's competitions here and there, but we want to fight the best dudes around, and usually we got to travel to do that. And like I said, like we're doing right now, we don't mind that.
That's awesome, man. You guys are coming down here. So you guys, the fight's on Saturday. How many days before are you guys coming down?
Some of us, we come on Fridays, and I think a couple dudes that are gonna come and just like be there for support us are coming on Saturday. I personally am I'm gonna drive up on Thursday, um, see family real quick in Fremont. That's where I'm from. And then go ahead and take the rest of the road up, just because I don't really want to drive the full 10, 10, 12
Exactly.
hours, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna take a little road break in between.
Oh, that's cool, man. So Fremont, the Bay Area, is that where you were born and raised, or what?
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Fremont, California. Went to school at Washington High School. And that's where I, got into wrestling. And then I spent 3 years at Ohlone after high school, and then shot up to Humboldt. And like I said, graduated last fall and been here ever since.
Man, so you graduated in kinesiology, man. That's awesome. What degree do you get in that?
It's a science degree, so basically my degree is in kinesiology, science major, and then on top of that, my focus is on physical education, like I said, but also my pursuit was teaching. So I'm also potentially going to the teacher's credential. And I actually had I think I left with a 3.6 or higher. And I got into our credential paid for. Um, 2-year program. I'm just taking a break so I can get my fight career going and starting, and then I hope to jump into that and finish my career, get my master's and my teacher's credential.
All right, that's what I'm talking about right there, getting a master's. So, when you graduated with that, the reason I'm asking these questions is because right now I'm in school trying to get some degrees in kinesiology. I did a sport medicine program, and now they've changed the name to kinesiology. But there's a lot of different areas and avenues you can take with that route. So yeah, it's cool, man. You got a backup plan. It's awesome though that you're right now you're doing this fight career. How old were you when you did your first cage fight?
Oh man. I believe I had just turned 23. I had just turned 23, so I think it was actually this month, about I think a week ago this month was my first cage fight at West Coast Elite. Um, and I trained prior to that fighting MMA, this focusing to fight for about 6 months prior. So
So when you first saw MMA, was it UFC, Bellator? Which one of the shows did you see first?
I grew up watching UFC with my dad. Me and him would always watch it with his friends and stuff. Always talked about how, because I was into jujitsu and later on wrestling, that I always like found an interest in how, like, he would hype me up and he's like, you could be in there one day. And the events I actually went to were the Bellator ones at the SAP Center. And I actually saw Cass Bell before I even met him, and came down to Humboldt. I saw him fight um, at the SAP Center, and I was like, "Holy shit, this dude is from Humboldt County, and I'm about to go up there and train." I was like, "I gotta find what gym this guy's at." That like this is where I want to be in life. So yeah, this it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
So that gym that you're at, besides that gym around Humboldt County, are there other MMA gyms?
Um, yeah, the only gym I like kind of went to for a bit, which they brought me in pretty close, and they were really kind people. I still reach out to them every now and then and cross train. Is Humboldt Jiu Jitsu. There's also there's Lost Boys. I haven't really gone and trained with them very much, um, but I've had fights where there's some guys on the same card as me. I've never trained with the guys, but I've talked to them for a bit between fights and stuff. Yeah.
The Lost Boys gym, huh? That's the name of it?
Huh?
The Lost Boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tight, man. That's cool, man. Hey, so as far as when you were watching MMA, like in the beginning, was there anybody that you saw in particular, like anybody that inspired you?
Man.
Or what about your dad? Your dad probably saw those old school UFC fights with the Hoist Gracie and all that. What
Yeah.
about him? Who was your dad's first jiu-jitsu school or coach that he went to?
My dad didn't really train too much in jiu-jitsu. He kind of like played around with it, but left. My dad's actually a sheriff for Alameda County. So he's a sergeant. So he is more into like, quick to self-defense, Krav Maga and stuff. Did jiu-jitsu here and there. So he wasn't too focused on the MMA or like, training itself, but he loved watching it and like introducing me into it. But I gotta say, his favorite fighter is Rampage. He loved Rampage. He loved Rampage, and I loved Rashad Evans. This kid's
Oh yeah.
the bumping heads. I just got to go against my dad a little bit. So my guy was Rashad Evans, a little smaller dude, but he had the skill, he had the power. So I was like big old Rashad Evans fan. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man. So your parents, they got to be proud of you. I know they're proud of you, definitely for sure with school. What are your parents? How do they feel about you with this MMA career?
Oh, my dad, he's excited. He loves it. Of course, he's concerned about me every now and then. My mom, nervous wreck every time I talk to her about it. She hates it. She doesn't want my face to get beat up. She hate. I'm her little baby still, so you know, I gotta be easy about it when I tell her, about events or training and stuff. She gets a little nervous, but of course, that's moms for you. Dads, of course, are gonna be by your side. They're gonna be rooting you on. He's always telling me how much he's proud of me. Same with my mom. But he's always trying to, work me even more. He's all like, "Well, did you run today? Did you lift today?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did this actually." And then he wants to compete with me. He's like, "Oh, well, what'd you run?" And I'll tell him what I
Yeah.
run. Oh, okay. Well, your dad ran, a couple minutes behind you, but I was there, and I was like, "Okay, Dad." So whenever I visit, he's always trying to work out with me. So that's
Oh,
kind
that's
of
cool, man. Are your mom and dad, are they still together?
No, unfortunately, they're not. They got divorced when I was around sixth grade. My mom's remarried, and my dad has a special lady right now. So they're both very happy, and I'm happy for my parents. And when at the fights, they get along. They talk and stuff.
Oh, that's
Um,
cool.
yeah. So yeah, but it's still. I mean, they're my family. They're
Yep.
gonna love me no matter what, and I'm gonna love them no matter what, and they're gonna take care of me. So yeah.
Oh, for sure, man. Hey, you know what? And it's part of life, man. Marriage happens, divorce happens, and man, I've been through a divorce myself. Man, it's something else if the father and the mother can still have that respect for each other, and it sounds like they do. So that's great. Hey, divorce happens. You can let it destroy you, or you can grow from it. It's just one of those things in life. You know what I mean? Uh,
Yeah.
if you step into a marriage, man, just know you're going to be in for something. That's the bottom line, man. It
Yep.
sounds good though. Sounds like both your parents have given you a lot. They're both nervous, like as in any. My mom and dad were both nervous when I fought too. My dad was the same way as your dad. You know what I mean? But believe me, inside they are nervous as hell, man. A mom will show it a little bit more, but that's cool that they're both right there for your fight. That's really something else. What about brothers and sisters? Are you an only child, or do you have brothers and sisters?
No, I got two younger brothers. I got a full-blooded brother. He's away in L.A. Jesus, he's gonna kill me. I don't
Yeah.
I don't remember what school he's at right now, but I'm the oldest. He turned 18 not too long ago, May 4th. So he's coming up again, and then I have a younger brother who's 5.5 years apart from him, who just turned 13, and he's doing his own thing. Um, both super intellectual kids. I mean, smart as hell, man. I'm so proud of them. The things that they do. I mean, the way my brother talks, and he's a business major, and I mean, I got to keep him around just so he can work my business after when I get big. And my youngest brother, he's really a tech guy, into like the computer, setting up things. He actually, when he was really young, he did what's it called, uh he did like photoshops, where basically he would take photos of like characters picture by picture and letting them move and stuff. And he was into that. Now he's into setting up like game software and like developing that. and stuff. He's a bright kid, and same thing with my brother. He knows money, knows management, knows how the business works. He was telling me about stocks and stuff. I was like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm gonna listen.
Hey, I bet you he knows a little something about cryptocurrency even.
Yeah, yeah. He's scared to get into it. He's all like, yeah, I'm not gonna tell you guys right now, but I'm listening to it and stuff. He's like he likes it. That's his go-to. So
That's cool. That's a good guy to have in your corner right there, man. Hey, I can tell you guys have a high IQ for sure. Hey, just to get through Humboldt State like you've done already, you have to have a high IQ to do that. And the other thing, not just school, but in martial arts and mixed martial arts, cage fighting takes a high IQ too to get to a record of 4-0. Now you have a record of 4-0 right now, and we don't know what's going to happen in this fight, but I feel like you're going to do really well. What do you see yourself doing in the mixed martial arts? Say you win this next fight, you'll be 5-0. What are your plans in the near future?
man, I definitely want to defend the title, if that's possible. I always want to secure. I feel like that's a way to secure my title, is by defending it. But also, I want to go pro, shortly after. I mean, I want to really get my. This is what the amateurs really get my experience in. But as a pro, that's my goal, to fight and to find myself, around the best people around the world, and hopefully, somewhere around maybe Bellator, just like my two teammates, or any other organization, really. But I mean, that's a big goal right there for me right now. But again, just like any goal, once it's achieved, we have to set a new one.
That's right. You got to set a new goal and keep growing from it. Now your opponent, Shane Christie, he's got a record of 5-0. You're gonna be fighting him. I'm sure you've watched him fight. How do you feel about your opponent?
I feel like he's a very confident dude. It seems like he's a wrestler type guy. He has some stand up with him, which works out in his benefit. But I'm also feeling really confident in myself and my skills and my capabilities. Given he's 5-0 and I'm 4-0, but I feel like there's gonna be some fireworks, and you can never know. Just like the fight game.
Boom, boom. It's gonna be great, man. You're in the main event, bro. That's something else right there. That's a trip just being in the main event. Is this your first time fighting the main event or what?
No, actually, I fought the main event for West Coast Elite. Um, that was my third, or actually, that was my last fight. Was the main event. Um, and my opponent now carries a title. I'm not sure where exactly his title's at. Um, but that was some fireworks. We went all 3 rounds. I mean, it was a banger.
I watched one of your fights earlier too. You put a guy in an arm triangle.
Yeah, yeah. That was my fourth fight with Dragon House.
Yep.
And I believe he's a more of a Muay Thai based guy, more of a stand up. So I was definitely working my ground game for my takedowns, but also I was working my stand ups, working on my movement and stuff, just in case this guy was ready for me to take him down. But like you saw, it worked to my benefit.
Yeah, it was beautiful. The technique was beautiful. You guys can go on YouTube and you can check it out if you want to see that fight. That's awesome, man. Well, when you come to town, dude, if you can hit me up if you have any questions about places to eat or anything like that. If you need anything around here, if you don't know the area, you can always hit me up. Is Gable coming down with you guys?
I don't believe so. I think he's got a family to take care of, and money to watch out for. So I think he's staying home with his little boy right now, and working. But I always got his support. We were just talking on the phone earlier today, chopping it up, making sure I was secure, making sure my mental was secure, and he's always checking on me with my training and stuff. So like I said, we're real close. and if he could, he would be, but unfortunately, he can't come down this weekend.
Yeah, it's quite a little journey, that's for sure. But he's got your back. There's no doubt about that, man. That's something else. What about like people that you would like to thank, or do you have sponsors or anybody out there that you would like to give a little shout out to?
Um, I do have
Sponsors, coaches, teammates.
I have a sponsor. He's actually my family. Roger. He's been sponsoring me since my first fight actually, and big thanks to him. He's helped me with my equipment, getting me ready, always checking in on me. Um, and big thanks to my two teammates, Cass Bell and Tyson Miller. They've been working with me on the side, making sure I get my training late at night. Um, Another big thanks to one of my friends, Niall, he's always working with me with the pads, with sparring, um, this anything I need. Another is Colton, another teammate of mine. He's been helping me big time on my groundwork and stuff. Um, but I like to just thank my gym and my teammates, this all of them all together. I mean, they're always, making sure I need whatever I need, I get whatever type of training that, I'm trying to focus on for the day, maybe for the week. They always reach out. They always, putting the effort to make sure I'm okay. And then a big thank you to my parents, of course, because they're always there, always supporting me, always making sure I have what I need. If it's, food that I need to diet on, they're always calling up, making sure I have the money for it. How hard it is to have a clean diet. And, it's pretty expensive. But and this is a big thank you to my family, my coaches, my teammates. This has been real helpful.
That's awesome, man. Hey, I want to thank your family and your teammates and your coaches too, man, for doing such a great job with this guy. That's awesome, bro. Well, man, I can't wait to see. I'm going to be there. I'll be right there. I'll wait till after the fight's over to come up and I'll introduce myself in person, and hopefully I can meet some of your family and your teammates and stuff as well. But yeah, thank you once again, brother. I want to just thank you for taking the time on fight week to come onto my show and talk to me a little bit. My main thing with this show, guys, is to give these guys, try to get them out there, get the eyes on them, especially these local shows. They're not getting a lot of coverage like I feel that they should. So any show like me that's out there and can give you guys coverage is a good thing. And yeah, man, I'm excited to see the fight. I give all the love to you, man. I hope that everything goes your way, and I'll see you that night of the fights. Everybody else out there, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Dupree, if you have any questions about Visalia when you come around town, you can hit me up before you get here. Like I said, any places to eat, anything like that. If you have any questions, just let me know. And yeah, man, I wish you the best of luck. What do you do for the rest of the week now?
I still got tomorrow to train hard, so I'm gonna go hard tomorrow. Make sure that my body's right too. I'm a avid I'm an avid person with recovery. I make sure I'm stretching, getting the right, nutrients in my body, the right type of sleep, and then Thursday I'm driving up. I might be training at one of my friends' spots up in the Bay, or I might be taking the time just to rest my body, make sure that I'm all 100% for the fight.
Awesome, dude. That's awesome, man. Well, I wish you the best, man. I'm going to be right there rooting you on, dude. So you have a safe trip when you come down here. Like I said, everybody out there, if you guys can, give us a like and share this video. Help myself out, help Dupree out. Dupree, too, if you can put this on any of your links, I'd appreciate it. Any family members or friends or teammates, if you could do the same, help us grow the show and help us get the views out to our guys that come onto the show, especially the guys who are fighting right here locally, man. I got a lot of love and props for you guys, dude. All right, my brother. You had a rough day already. I'm going to let you go. I got to go to bed, too. I got to work early in the morning. You get a good night's sleep, dude. I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you at the fight.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, my brother.